Om. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we are seeing in the ninth verse. Have we done the bhashya of the ninth verse? Hari Om. Hello. Have we done the bhashya?
We did both 9 and 10.
10 also bhashya is done.
Awesome.
Nahi yaar.
We have to go to page 24, Swamiji.
Page नहीं यार 24 कहाँ पे? Yours is different then. I'm going by.
Yours, what you have said.
No.
I'm taking a note, Swamiji.
The download one?
But we have done the verse number 11, is it?
Yes, Swamiji.
No.
No,
No,
11.
10 we did, Swamiji.
Acha, 10 we have done. Okay.
So, adhottareena tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya, that we did, Swamiji.
Adhottareena tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya. Correct, we have done that. Okay, so 11th we have to start. So what we are looking at is how the praan and the rayi, both of them, one is the experiencer, the other is experienced in, and what the teacher is trying to emphasize here is that the one is becoming two, but actually nothing is taking place. And yet, when we take the one, there is no reality, there is no relativity. When we take the two, there is relativity. And everything in this creation is nothing but duality. Just as when the Lord desired to create and expressed as the duality, that duality was sun and the moon. There the sun was the experiencer, prana, and moon was the rayi. And only because the earth moves around the sun, therefore time is possible. And because of the time, people, those who are addicted and desirous of some results, they perform karma and upasana. And the karma and upasana is dependent on time. And therefore, that one Prajapati, here the sun was the Prajapati. Then the time was the Prajapati. And in this way, the year itself, then it was told the year is dependent on the movement of the sun and the moon, and thus the not separate from it. So just as the day and night cannot be independent of the sun, the year cannot be independent of the sun, the months cannot be independent of the sun, the seasons cannot be independent of the sun. In other words, all these are nothing but expansion or expression of the sun alone. And understand where here a physical gross example is taken, but when we apply it subjectively, that praan, that sun, who is expressing as everything without losing its oneness, is the Atma. So that Atma alone is expressing as the spirit and matter. See, understand in this manner. And then it was told in the 9th verse that those Brahmanas who are desirous of fulfilling their desires, they follow the Dakshinayan Marg, and those who want to then in the next verse it will tell, and they want, and therefore they engage themselves in activity. Activity again is dependent on time. At a particular muhurt you have to do the puja, at a particular muhurt you have to begin the puja, before a particular period of time you have to conclude the puja, etc., etc., etc. And so it was told that the karma and upasana are also nothing but the same reality, but such people, such brahmanas are busy in such activities which yield result. Truth is that which is a conclusionless conclusion. Prapta aprapta phala is the truth. Prapta aprapta, it is aware, it is gainless gain is the truth. And that is going on in our daily life anyway if we observe it. And then again 2 words were used in the 9th verse, Ishta and Purta. Ishta is that the obligatory duties, and Purta is all those activities for the benefit of the society. And such people who are caught up in obligatory duties and wanting to do activities for the betterment of society follow the path of rayi, follow the path of moon, Chandramasa, Vrata. Such people follow the path of matter. Such people can, even though everyone is in essence nothing but the truth, but they can never realize it because their attention is on the matter. Their attention is on the experienced. Their attention is not on the experiencer. And therefore, they want to see the results of their effort. And in this way, they can achieve great things in the outer world, but all they can attain in that outer world is going from Manushya Lok to Gandharva Lok to Swarga Lok, not even Swarga Lok, even lower. And then, or say we can say Swarglok, okay. And they keep shunting in and out of these 3 worlds or any other, the higher Swargas, if you want to use the word, and keep coming back, keep going there, keep coming back. And this is the destination of those people who are following the path of Ishta and Purta, obligatory duties and performing activities, involving in activities to better the society. So is it wrong? Nothing is wrong. Be happy then doing that. Nothing wrong. But if our goal is self-realization, then doing these 2 is not going to help us to realize. then for what purpose karma and upasana have to be done? Is it out of fear of obligatory duties? What will society say? Therefore, I have to do it. Or I get a kick out of serving the society because I get name, fame, accolades by the society, such a altruistic man doing so much for the society, building temples, giving money. Are we looking for honor from the people? No, I give it as anonymous. You may give it as anonymous, but there will be few people around you who know that you are doing it. In their eyes, you are great. See, it becomes self-defeating. So karma and upasana, if we have to do it, we have to do it for chitta shuddhartham, for purification of our antakaran. That should be the only purpose. For that, you cannot have a desire. You cannot be afraid of obligatory duties. And that will only happen when we see that in the next verse. That will only happen when our attention is on the experiencer, our attention is on the praan, our attention is on the sun, our attention is on the subject itself. Excuse me. So such people put lot of effort in the wrong direction, and thus they get attracted by rayi, that is by matter, and rayi or matter means anything that is gained as a result of cause and effect. If I put efforts, then I'll get a result, and in this way they get caught up, and after their and they keep coming back again and again as a result. Therefore, here what we have to conclude here is that all the world's material wealth falls in the field of relativity. And what is that material wealth? All the lokas. That is the material wealth. All the siddhis. That is the material wealth. Everything, relations and possessions, that is the material wealth. Everything falls into the world of relativity. And in this way, then we came to the 10th verse. Athotarena tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya vidyayatmana manam anvishya adityam abhijayante etadvai prananam ayatanam etad amrutam abhayam etad parayanam etasmanna punaravartanta ityesha nirodhastadesha shlokaha. Now in the 10th verse we saw that, one moment, where are we? We saw that contrary to the previous verse, that is the 9th verse, those who are seeking out the Atman, those who are seeking out the praan, those whose attention is on the subject itself, not the matter, not the object, subject, the experiencer. Who is this? Who am I? Who is this experiencer? And how do they do it? By tapasya, by brahmacharya, by shraddha, by knowledge. And such people, when they are, as long as they are having this desire, and they attain the aditya by the nadan path. Nadan path is the uttarayan. Previous 9th verse was dakshinayan. When the sun moves upwards above the equator, it is uttarayan. When it moves downwards, below the equator it is Dakshinayan. And this is the source of all the forces. This is the immortal and free from danger. This is the supreme resort. From there they do not return. It is the end. This is the shloka on it. And this we saw last week. And what did we see? That that as what is this tapasya? Tapasya is, true tapasya is not Panchagni tapasya or Shivratri. Nowadays some of them people who didn't come to the class, they are, because they are sitting in somewhere chanting Om Namah Shivaya. Because it is Shivratri, I must chant Om Namah Shivaya. Why? Because so many years I have been doing it, so this year also I have to do it. Nothing wrong. But what is the intention? Is it out of habit? Is it out of guilt? If I don't do it, I will feel guilty. Or is our focus on the Atman, that here is an opportunity? And you have to be truthful to yourself. I'm just talking what I have experienced. Many years ago, it used to be pure physical tapasya. I will not eat, I will fast, I'll drink only water, I'll eat only fruits. And slowly, that was in the earlier days. But then you are doing satsang every day. And as the satsang is going on, slowly, the penny drops. Understanding comes. And this duragraha means insistence that I must do this or I must do that. All this starts dropping away. Now what is there? What is the austerity here? Austerity is to be, tapasya is that I have to be free from the I. We don't want the I to be free from everything else. Then I'll starve my mind of all the thoughts and I feel in samadhi I'm free from everything. But that is temporary. I want to be free from the I itself. That will be the path of the Atman. That will be the path of finding who am I and coming to that source. Here it is told. Those people who keep themselves, or we have to maintain a one-arm distance from everyone. Be friendly to everyone, but don't be too close to anyone so as we get caught up in emotions, we don't get caught up in desires, we don't get caught up in relationship. Play the relation, have the emotion, but don't get emotional. Our only true relationship is with the Atman, if we are seeking the truth. And in this way, the teacher here is in his answer to the student. So one must be independent, one must be free, because the Atman is free, because the Lord is free, because the sun is free. Sun is having the relationship with time, sun is having relationship with day and night, sun is having relationship with earth and other planets, sun is giving light to us, sun is the one without whom life cannot exist on this earth. But has the sun become arrogant because of it? If there is no earth, nothing will happen to sun. If there is no day and night, nothing is going to happen to sun. If there is no months or years, because of the revolution of the earth around the sun is not affected by it. It's independent. It is swatantra. And therefore, very important point here, tapasya, from tapasya point of view is, we must move through this world in such a manner that we do not create memory of anything or anyone. We must be ever free. When we are totally free from everyone, then we are completely available to what is coming in front of us. We are not living in memories. See? Then we are not spontaneous. If we live in memories, we are not spontaneous. Just like, we know we have a body. How many which part of the body you remember all the time? Right now you are listening to me. Are you thinking of your legs? Are you thinking of your knees? Are you thinking of your hips? Are you thinking of your trunk? Are you thinking of your breathing? Are you thinking of your head? Are you thinking of the five senses? No. Which part you are thinking? Because you are not thinking of the entire body, even though you feel you are the entire body, wherever there is pain, there your attention goes. Correct? And when the pain goes to the elbow, if the pain is there, it goes only to the elbow. It does not go to anywhere else in the body. Think. So when we surrender to the teacher, see, when we are in this world, we will become slaves of the world. But when we surrender to the teacher within this world, the teacher teaches us, helps us, scriptures teach us, help us. Here sage Pippalad is teaching us not to be a slave of anything, not to be influenced by anything or anyone, not to be subservient to anything and anyone, neither to time, nor space, nor objectivity, nor any person. And when we live in this manner of non-slavery, memory is slavery. Then we are following brahmacharya. This is brahmacharya. Abstinence. And for this we have to invoke the inner strength. We have to invoke the Atma Bala. And that Atma Bala comes from brahmacharya. Lesser the memories, more the Atma Bala. Living in the utter present, fearlessly. Memories bring fear of some past events. This happened, that lizard fell on my skin. I got phobia of spider, I got phobia of cockroach. Fear. And you want to know the truth. I can't handle this heat, and you want to know the truth. Memory. We have created patterns in our mind by continuous involvement in the world. Those patterns are memories, memory patterns. Dissolve. the only predominant thought in our mind is, who is the experiencer, who am I? And in this way, in this way, the Atma Bala, which is invoked through Brahmacharya, is when it is employed with Shraddha, it leads to inner strength, it leads to it leads to, here the fourth part was Vidya, which is knowledge, it leads to knowledge. Lesser the memories, more you are in the present, and the more we practice being in the present with faith, with tapasya, with austerity, with brahmacharya, knowledge will dawn. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of the self. Knowledge of the... It is but natural, if we have been exposed to the scriptures, that who am I will be the enquiry that will be kindled within your bosom as a result of this. And in this way, here Vidyaya is the knowledge of the reality, and then here it is told, then who is the Prajapati? Aditya is the Prajapati, the sun is the Prajapati, and this sun itself is the praan. He is the experiencer and the various, and that sun I am, and thus one who is continuously contemplating on who is the experiencer, then they enter the Surya Loka, the abode of the sun, or the Surya Loka, by the northern path, by the Uttarayana. This is the source of all forces. This is the immortal and free from danger. Sun is free from all the forces. Sun is not dependent on other planets. Other planets are dependent on the sun. And in this way, taking it subjectively, एतद्वै प्राणानाम आयतनम एतदमृतम अभयम एतत्परायणम एतस्मान्न पुनरावर्तन्ते इत्येष निरोधस्तेदेश श्लोकः. And thus he says that, and when we take this this Lord Sun, the Surya, or in other words, that effulgent one, what is that effulgent one? That same outside sun, the effulgent sun, is none other than the expression of the inner effulgent Atma, the inner self. And therefore, that supreme self I am, and when it is discovered, just like everything on the earth in our world is happening because of the presence of the sun, who is fearless, who is unaffected by what is going on the earth, who is unaffected by the years, the months, the days, the nights, the etc. Similarly, one comes to discover that the inner sun, the supreme self, is the common substratum with in the presence of whom everything is taking place, and this inner self, just like the sun, is indestructible. What are the words here? Amritam, it is immortal. Abhayam, it is fearless. And in this way, uh, etat parayanam etasmanna punaravartante. In other words, the impact of relativity. What is the relativity here? Day and night, coming and going of the seasons, coming and going of the weeks, months, have no impact on the sun. Similarly, I am that effulgent light of consciousness, the Supreme Self, who is unimpacted by all duality. Where is all duality for us? In our mind. What is the main duality? Subject and object. This way come to discover. Etat parayanam, and this Supreme Self is the ultimate goal attained by one following the karma and jnana. Karma is done to purify and jnana to establish yourself in the substratum, the Supreme Self. So those who follow the Chandra Lok Marg, those who follow the path of the moon / rayi / matter, they are such people have no entry into the Surya Lok. Why? They are not subject oriented. They are not self oriented. They are matter oriented. And therefore they go to the world of the rayi. They go to the world of the moon, Chandramasa Lok. They don't go to the Surya Lok. In other words, here it is told in the Bhashya that Sahi samvatsaraha kalatma vidusham nirodha. Thus, the time does not allow such people to enter into the world of the sun, into the Surya Lok. Because they are leading a path of attachment, they are leading a path of desires, they are leading a path of result, karma phala. They are leading a path of, they are attracted to relativity, they are attracted to cause and effect, and this is the mainstay of their mind. All that is being told here is not to judge you people. It is being told so that we correct our course of action. That action is, whatever action is taking place, that is taking place. Where is your attention? On what is taking place or on the experiencer? If our attention is on the experiencer, then we are going the Uttarayan Marg. Following the path of matter, ignorant people live happily, but only to come back again and again in this world. And those who follow the path of the Surya, those who follow the path of the experiencer, they live happily, because when your attention is on the prana, when your attention is on the who am I, the experiencer, when your attention is on the inner light of consciousness, and that has taken over your being, then there is no regret, there is no expectation, there is no fear. And the consequence of all that is, contemplating on that is, you recognize that this self is the substratum of everything, that this self is everything. Who becomes miserable? Father. Who becomes miserable? Husband. Who becomes miserable? Son. Be the man, all miseries will go away. But we forget we are the man. And when we forget we are the man, we behave as husband with reference, we behave as son with reference, we behave as father with reference. And these referential beings are the miserable ones. Man is not miserable. And when we when we define ourselves with reference, with the desires, with the karma, I am the doer, with the desires, I am the desirer, I am the achiever, I have got ambitions, I have to reach this, I have to do that. If I don't do it, who else will do it? Gone. Follow the path of the moon. Now we enter into the 11th verse. Repeat after me. Panchapadam pitaram. Panchapadam pitaram dvadashakrutim. Panchapadam pitaram dvadashakrutim. Diva ahuh pares ardhe purishinam. Diva ahu pare ardhe purishinam. अथे में अन्य ऊपरे अथे में अन्य ऊपरे विचक्षणं सप्तचक्रे षडर आहुरर्पितमिति टुगेदर पंचपादं पितरं द्वादशाकृतिं दिव आहुः परे अर्धे पुरीषिणम् अथे में अन्य उपरे विचक्षणं सप्तचक्रे षडर आहुरर्पितमिति. Some sages say that who is he? The Prajapati. He is the father with 5 feet and 12 forms. He gives rains from the upper half of the heaven. Others again say that the seer is placed on a chariot of 7 wheels and 6 spokes. So here it says that we'll read the bhashya. Panchapadam panchartavaha pada ivasya samvatsaraatman adityasya तैरसौ पादैः ईवर्तुभिरावर्तते. That the 5 seasons of this Prajapati, they are the feet of this sun. The 5 seasons. Ritu is the suns. The what do you call? Seasons. They are the feet of the sun. Therefore, they are called. He is called as Panchapadam. Pitaram means father. Then it is told Dwadasha Kritim. Dwadasha is 12. Dwadasha Akrutim. And here, see, we see in India we get six seasons. Every two months there is one season. But in here it is told. Where are we? Here it is told, Vartante Hemant Shishira Veki Krutyayam Kalpana, that Hemant and Shishir, these two are considered as one, therefore it is said as 5 seasons. Pitaram sarvasya janayita tvat pitrutvam tasya tvam tam dvadasha kritim dvadasha masa akrutayo vayava akaranam vavaya vikaranam asya द्वादशम आसैस्तं अस्य द्वादशमासैस्तं द्वादशाकृतिं दिवो द्युलोकात्पर ऊर्ध्वेऽर्थे स्थाने तृतीयस्यां दिवीत्यर्थः पुरीषिणं पुरीषवन्तम् उदकवन्तम् आहुः कालविदः. Sorry, I'm finding it hard to read. I'll just look at the laptop one that is bigger. So we saw that the Hemant and Shishir are to be considered as one. Then Tvam Dasha Kritim Dvadasha Masa Akrutayoho Avayava Akaranam Vavaya Vikaranam, that particular line, that he is the father because out of him only everything is born. Therefore he is called as the father, Pitaram, the word. Where is the Pitaram? Panchapadam Pitaram. Therefore, and then it goes to say that the 12 months are his expressions and or the forms. Avayava means the forms, and therefore these 12 months are his forms, and or it can be said that they are the parts of that sun, or that sun has been divided into 12 parts. In this way, Dvadasha Krutim Divo Dyulokat Para Urdhve Arthe Sthane, and therefore therefore he is called as Dvadasha Kruti. Then also he is called as the loka of light. Dyulok means the effulgent one, or the plane of effulgence, because it is beyond the space of the earth, and it is unaffected by the earth, and it is, see, it's beyond. If you look at it subjectively, the Atma is beyond space-time objectivity. Time we have already seen, object already we have seen, and we are seeing here that the Atma is other than the space also, and here it is told and therefore it is located in the third loka, third swarga. And then it is, the word used here is that it is Purishi. Purishi means that it is the one who takes the water from the oceans and evaporates the waters and brings them to the sky, and then puts it back wherever it is required, wherever it can on the earth, and therefore it is called as Purishavan, meaning the one who is with waters. And such a son is known as Kala Vidaha, because he is the Kal. So just as the sun is the Kala, without the sun, no life, no matter on earth, no moon, no earth can function. We cannot get water without the sun. If he doesn't evaporate the water, there will be no rains. If there is no sun, the moon will not have its own its light. If there is no moon and moonlight, then there is no the tides. If there are no tides, then there are and the sun is not there, no seasons, no time. And in this way, for all purposes on the earth, sun is the Kal. Similarly, what is that? If it is not there, nothing in this being, this body will function. That is our Atma. So that Atma is the Kal. The word here used is Kal. So that Atma is the Kal. Without it, the intellect cannot function, mind cannot function, senses cannot function, body cannot function, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti cannot function. If the Atma is not there, space-time objectivity cannot function, past, present, future cannot function. So here the comparison is taken, just like the sun is the Kal outside, similar is the Atma within. Continuing, atha tamevanya ima upare kala vido vichakshanam nipunam sarvajnam sapta chakre saptahaya rupena chakre satatam gatimati kalatmani shadare shad ritumatyahuhu sarvamidam jagat kathayanti arpitamara iva rathanabhau nivishtamiti. Also at the other they call him the Kala Purusha because, and it is very able and it is all knowing because Sapta Ashwarupa Sata Ashwarupa, that the 7 horses, they call him as the one on the chariot which is yoked to 7 horses, which is pulled by 7 horses. What are those 7 horses? Those 7 horses are the 7 days. And Sapta Chakre, Saptahaya Rupena Chakre Satatam Gatimati. And those 7 horses are continuously pulling him around. And Gatimati Kalatmani, Shadare Shadritumatyahuhu, Sarvamidam Jagat Kathayanti. And it is also said that the 6 spokes, they are the 6 seasons, Shad Ritu Rupa. And in this way, all these 6 seasons are centered in the wheels of the chariot of the sun, and what you call it, in the hub of the wheels, and in this way the whole the time and the life as we know it is going round and round, day in and day out. Every 7 days, the weeks 7 days of the week are going on, the seasons are coming and going, and in this way यथि पंचपादौ द्वादशाकृतिर यदि वा सप्तचक्र षडर सर्वथापि संवत्सरः कालात्मा प्रजापतिः चंद्रादित्यलक्षणोपि जगतः कारणम्. And this way it says, whether you call it Panchapad or you call it Dwadasha Akriti, the one with 12 months, or you call it the one who is pulled by 7 horses, or you can call it the one who is with expressing as this 6th season. All these expressions are due to the moon and the sun, meaning rayi and the praan. In this way the time and because of all this the time is born, and that time is the that time itself is the year, months and the year, and goes on, and therefore time is the Prajapati, and it is the Prajapati and it is the cause of the world. And in this way understand, the teacher is telling in the 11th verse. It is going from totality. First it was absolute, from absolute came to totality, from totality it is going to time, from time it is now going further, we are going micro, and seeing that everything is a play of the two, everything is the play of duality. And in this way in this way this Kalatma, this time which is none other than the sun, is controlling the whole world. And in spite of the divisions created, there is no division in the Supreme. Just like there is no division in the sun, it ever remains the sun, but without it the seasons, the 12 months, the 7 days, the evaporation and precipitation, all this cannot be possible. Similarly, taken subjectively, without the Atma, without the Supreme Self, none of the faculties called the Panchakoshas, which is nothing but rayi, which is nothing but matter, cannot function. So and in this way, that Prajapati, here it says in the next verse, 12th verse, Yasmin idam shritam vishwam sa eva prajapatihi samvatsarakhyaha swavayave mase kritsnaha parisamapyate. In that in which this entire world is taking refuge, that Prajapati, that Samvatsara, that year, Samvatsara means year, that year which is now taken as Prajapati, it alone appear, that 1 year alone is, here it says, avayave mase krishnaha parisamapyate, now expresses as the various months. And it gets hidden, the year gets hidden, and the months come in the forefront. And so in other words, this year, which is the Prajapati, is still further lowered down as months, and thus the whole world here is nothing but duality. Maso vai prajapatistasya, maso vai prajapatistasya, Krishna paksha eva rayihi, Krishna paksha eva rayihi, Shuklaha pranastasmadeta, Shuklaha pranastasmadeta, Rishayah shukla ishtam, Rishayah shukla ishtam, kurvantitara itarasmin, kurvantitara itarasmin. Let me see. 12. Maso vai prajapatistasya Krishna paksha eva rayihi, shukla pranas tasmadeta, rishaya shukla ishtam kurvantitara itarasmin. Now it goes on to say that the month is Prajapati. See, now we are going further down, that the month is itself Prajapati. It's dark and in 1 month, again there are 2 things. What is that? The dark fortnight and the bright fortnight. So that dark fortnight, which is the Krishna Paksha, is the matter, and the bright one is the prana. Therefore, some rishis perform their sacrifices in the bright fortnight and others in the other half. So just like matter and energy play was going on, activity, inactivity was going on, manifestation, unmanifestation was going on, same way light and darkness game is going on. And in this infinite time of 1 year, so many times the bright fortnight comes and so many times the dark fortnight comes. And this way, both the bright fortnight and the dark fortnight keep getting created and getting dissolved, Srishti and Pralaya. And this way, and this way it is, this is observed. So now what does it say in the Bhashya? Let me check. Maso vai prajapatir yathokta lakshana eva mithunatmakaha tasya. So this Prajapati itself is is now known as the mas, is expressing as the month. Tasya masatmanaha Prajapatehe eko bhagah Krishna paksho rairannam chandramaha. That month, that Prajapati in the form of the month, one part of that month is Krishna paksha, that is rayi, that is anna, that is chandrama, whereas the other part is the shukla paksha, which is prana, which is aditya, and which is the devourer fire. Yasmat aparo bhaga shukla paksha prana adityo atta agnihi. So that devourer bhokta agni is the atta, anna is the Krishna paksha, and shukla paksha is the atta or agni. Yasmat shukla pakshatmanam pranam sarvameva pashyanti tasmat pranadarshina eta rishayah Krishna pakshe apishtam yagam kurvanti prana vyatirekena Krishna paksha taihi na drishyate yasmat. Here he says, because because those who are Shukla Paksha, of the nature of Shukla Paksha, they see the pran as all pervasive, expressing through everyone. They see the light. Shukla Paksha is light. That light is pervading in everyone. There is life in everyone. Therefore, Shukla Paksha. And similarly, the other look, those who follow the Krishna Paksha Marg, they see everything other than the pranas. They look at the anna, they look at the object, they look at the moon, and they don't see the light. They look at the parts, they look at the objects, and this way they don't, their attention is not on the light. Shukla means the light, Krishna means the dark, so their attention is on the darkness. Darkness is matter, darkness is anna, whereas Shukla is pran, Shukla is atta, Shukla is the light, and that light is of the nature of, when we take it subjectively, it is the Atma, and Krishna is the matter. Krishna Paksha, the Krishna is the matter. Therefore, it is told that eta rishayah तस्मात् प्राणदर्शिना एत ऋषयः कृष्णपक्षे अपीष्टं यागं कुर्वन्ति प्राणव्यतिरेकेण कृष्णपक्षः तैः न दृश्यते यस्मात्. So here it is told that those seers of prana, though, who are they? They are the rishis. They, even in Krishna Paksha, they continue to keep their attention on the Shukla. They continue to keep the attention on the light. Even though the dark fortnight is going on, but their attention is that it is the light, that supreme light, which alone is expressing as Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. So their attention is on the spirit, their attention is on the self. Keeping their attention on the self rather than on the matter, they continue to do their yagam kurvanti. They keep doing their prayers. Whereas itare tu pranam na pashyanti iti darshana lakshanam ish krishnatmanam eva pashyanti. Itarasmin Krishna Paksha eva kurvanti shukle kurvantah api. Also, there are other types of rishis who do not see the pran, who do not have the vision of the pran, meaning they do not put attention on the Supreme Self. Their attention is not on the light, their attention is on the darkness. We are using these different words, but in the end, subjectively, it all falls into their attention is not on the spirit, their attention is on the matter. That spirit is called as Shukla Paksh, that matter is called as Krishna Paksh. That spirit is called as the Uttarayan, that matter is called as the Dakshinayan. That spirit is called as the Atta, that matter is called as the Anna, experiencer and the experienced. So keep that in mind as we are going through these vocabulary. So these other types of rishis, they do not have the vision or do not keep the attention on the Atma. Therefore, So they continue to look at everything as matter alone, and even in Shukla Paksha, even during the bright fortnight, they do the yoga, the prayers, etc., the yagas, etc. Uh, uh, if their attention is not on the self, they are doing the various practices only in the Krishna Paksh. Meaning, if we are living in the daytime, for example, we are in the daytime, the sun is out, and your attention, in other words, you are awake. And when you are awake, your attention is not on the self, but your attention is on the body, your attention is on the mind, your attention is on the karma, your attention is on the upasana, your attention is on Jagrat Swapna Sushupti, your attention is on desires, your attention is on past or future, your attention is on everything else except the spirit, even in daytime. You're getting up in the morning, taking bath, and after bath, you sit down for your puja. Om Sahasra Shersha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishwato Vritva. And your attention is on the chanting, but your attention is not on how this spirit, this Atma is Sahasra Shersha Purusha. Or even more closer example, you are taking bath and you are chanting Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati, and your attention is on your body, how Ganga ji is purifying my body, how Yamuna ji is purifying my body, how all the various rivers are purifying my body, but your attention is not on the spirit, that all the various rivers told in the mantra are expressions of that one truth. And without that truth, without that spirit, they cannot express, they cannot purify. This is the difference between Krishna Paksha and Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. This is the difference between Atta and Annam. This is the difference between experiencer and experienced. This is the difference between the sun and the moon. I hope you're getting the gist of the whole thing. How every aspect of our life, it is taking you down, slowly will come down further, because even the day is divided into day and night. Right now we have come to the month. Month is Shukla Paksha, which is the bright fortnight, and Krishna Paksha, which is the dark fortnight. Rather than lost in Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha, our attention should be on the spirit and matter. Be spirit oriented, not matter oriented. That one alone is appearing as two, but where is your attention? On matter, which leads to attachment, which leads to relationships, which leads to memories, which then become instrumental in living life at the relative level. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi jatare. Again, getting into the womb and coming back to life. In this manner, in the 12th verse, the month was taken as Prajapati. That Prajapati, which was the year, now is expressing as the month. Now month is taken as Prajapati, and the two parts, the month is divided, again goes into bifurcation. That bifurcation is Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Now the day is taken as Prajapati. reading. We'll read that. Uh, अहोरात्रो वै प्रजापतिः अहोरात्रो वै प्रजापतिः तस्याहरेव प्राणः तस्याहरेव प्राणः रात्रिरेव रयिः रात्रिरेव रयिः प्राणं वा एते प्रस्कन्दन्ति प्राणं वा एते प्रस्कन्दन्ति ये दिवारत्या संयुज्यन्ते ये दिवारत्या संयुज्यन्ते ब्रह्मचर्यमेव तद्रात्रौ रत्या संयुज्यन्ते ब्रह्मचर्यमेव तद्यरात्रौ रत्या संयुज्यन्ते टुगेदर अहोरात्रो वै प्रजापतिः तस्याहरेव प्राणो रात्रिरेव रयिः प्राणं वा एते प्रस्कन्दन्ति ये दिवारत्या संयुज्यन्ते ब्रह्मचर्यमेव तद्यद्रात्रौ रत्या संयुज्यन्ते. Now, day and night are Prajapati. It's the day is the prana and night is the matter. So these two unite in love by day, dissipate their prana, but control indeed is that when they unite in love by night. What does it mean? Let's see. Saha sopi saha api. How much is there? What is the time? हाँ ठीक है हो जाएगा. सोपि मासात्मा प्रजापतिः स्व अवयवे अहोरात्रे परिसमाप्यते. This in the form of the month, the month which was the Prajapati, now it divides itself into two parts, into two limbs. And what are they? The day and the day and the night. And when it divides itself into day and night, the month disappears. Only day and night is there now. Similarly, so what happens there? The day becomes unmanifest in the night, and the night remains unmanifest in the day. And this way, both are Prajapatis, and the day is called as the prana, and the night is called as the rayi. The day is called as the bhokta, that is the agni or atta, and the night, ratri, is called as the rayi or as the annam. Ahoratro vai prajapatihi purvavata, like before we are explaining, tasya api ahareva pranaha attagni ratrireva rayi purvavata. I have already explained this. Pranam aharatmanam va ete praskandanti nirgamayanti shoshayanti va swatmanaha vichhidyapanayanti. It says those people waste the day or destroy the day those people who destroy their pranas, they destroy their what do you call, the subject, they dry up the subject matter by getting lost in the various varieties. Uh, uh, and who are these people? Ke ये दिवाहनी रत्या रति कारण भूतया सह स्त्रिया संयुज्यन्ते मिथुनम मिथुनम आचरन्ति मूढ़ाः. Who are these people who become dry of prana? Those who have forgotten the pranas, those who have forgotten the atma, those who have forgotten their vitalities. These are those ignorant ones who during the day those who become united with the beloved during the day and copulate during the day. That is what is told here. Here it says, Yata evam tasmat tanna kartavyamiti pratishedha prasangikah, because it is told that this is pratishedha, that one must not do this during the day. Therefore, another one, yad ratrau sanyujyante ratya rutau brahmacharyameva taditi prashastatvad प्रशस्तद्वादृतौ भार्यागमनं कर्तव्यम् इत्ययमपि प्रासंगिको विधिः प्रकृतं तुच्यते सह अहोरात्रात्मकः. So here it is told that when the ladies are in that when the right time comes, when uh, to be with the to unite with the opposite, then that is brahmacharya itself. Therefore, that only when the correct time comes, one must unite with the opposite sex, and then that is the right way. Not any time, anywhere, in any manner during the day. No, it is not. It is not accepted. प्रकृतं तुच्यते सोहो रात्रात्मकः प्रजापतिः व्रीहियवाद्यन्नात्मना व्यवस्थितः. So here it is. So now in the next mantra it is told that ahoratratmaka prajapati. Now the next prajapati, such a person who does not follow this, he becomes anna oriented, and thus see, it's a difficult to explain in everything, but let me say it in a different way. That that people in their life become dry, become dehydrated, become uh, uh, lose their vitality. How? When they come in contact with woman, and having come in contact with woman, they get lost in that. And uh, when daytime, here it was told, the dina and the ratri. So the daytime is used to use your vitality for some great work, from to reach high goals, to uh, to achieve something. But here, during the day, if we unite with the woman, we are losing our vitality and moving away from the higher purpose, which can be done only during the day and not at night. In general, so so here it is told that one should not get involved in uniting with the woman or have sex with the woman during the daytime. And uh, 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 because it is nishedha, it is not accepted by the scriptures. The other people who are having contact with their wife, with the woman, uh, in the night, then that is considered as brahmacharya itself, because that is accepted by the scriptures. And therefore, for the grahastha, uh, 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 and this was told for the grahastha, this is not for sannyasis, this is for grahastha. Now, here when it said in the last line, prakrutam, that prajapati brihi avadyanatmana vyavasthitaha. So there, now the same prajapati who came to the level of day and night is further lowered to the level of annam. So next prajapati will be Anna Prajapati. So see how from that one truth we came to the sun, from that we came to the time, from the time we came to the year, from the year we came to the month, from the month, from the year we came to the Uttarayan and Dakshinayan, then we came to the month. In the month, we again divided it into Krishna, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Then we came to the day. Again, we divided the day into day and night. And now, after having covered all this, we come down to the level of food, anna. That one we'll look at in our next class. Hope you are getting the hang of what is being told. (123). Okay. So we have to start from the 14th verse in our next class, Anna Prajapati. How much more is left? Two more. Next class, two will cover the two next class. Okay. So the whole essence of the whole thing is keep our attention on the spirit, keep our attention on the Atma, remain a witness. We are not saying change the circumstances. We are not saying you cannot change the sun, you cannot change the Uttarayan and Dakshinayan, you cannot change the months, you cannot change the the bright fortnight and the dark fortnight. You cannot change the day. You cannot change the day and night. So life is going to come to us. You cannot change the spirit and matter. Life is expressing through this matter. Question is, while wherever your attention goes, whatever is coming and meeting you, is your attention on the matter or is your attention on the self? And while keeping the attention on the self and studying this Upanishad till now, we will appreciate that everything that we have talked about till now, it is the expression of the one alone. One alone is appearing as the sun and the moon. The one alone is appearing as the Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. The one alone is appearing as the various months. The one alone, various months. The one alone is appearing as the Shukla Paksha and the Krishna Paksha. The one alone is appearing as the day and night, meaning all the duality that is taking place. All the duality that is taking place. It is the expression of one alone. So one must not be afraid of dark fortnight. One must not be afraid of Dakshinayan. It was told, those who keep the attention on the pranas and do their yagyas in Dakshinayan, does not matter. But their attention is on the prana. Their attention is on the spirit. So who is the yogi? The one who is awake in the sleep. Where is his attention? When he is awake in sleep, his attention is on the self. So where our attention is, that is more important. And as we come to recognize that this praan is my true nature in essence, and that praan alone, this self alone, is expressing as all these pairs of opposites. But this self is uninfluenced, unimpacted, not under the slavery of all the opposites. Now determine for yourself. Are you living in fear of opposites? Are you living in fear of sun and moon? Are you living in the fear of Krishna Paksh and Shukla Paksh? Are you living in the fear of day and night? Are you living in the fear of I should not do this now, I should not do that, and I should do what is right? Avoid what is not required to be done at a particular time, and whatever can be done at an appropriate time, do it. Scriptures are telling you. But without forgetting the spirit, without forgetting the self. Then there's no precipitation of guilt, then there's no precipitation of fear, there's no precipitation of regret. But when our attention is on matter, when our attention is on the darkness, and we take that to be real, then fear naturally. When our attention is on the body, then I don't want to die, natural. I don't want to get old, natural. Then we'll do plastic surgery, then we'll do Botox injections to keep young. Be the spirit, be the one, and see the entire, because where is the entire? It's not outside, it's going on in your mind. The whole expansion of duality is only in the mind. Without that one Supreme Self, even the waker and the waking world cannot express. Waker, the praan; waking world, the rayi; dreamer and the dream world; dreamer, praan; dream world, rayi. Without that one, these two cannot express. Within that one waker and the waking world, again they divide into everything in this world. So, where is our attention? We have to live with awareness of this, of the spirit, of the self that I am, rather than living a matter oriented life, desire oriented life, survival oriented life. That will be rayi. Because the nature of prana, nature of agni, nature of self is fearlessness, all pervasiveness, brightness, effulgence, just like the sun. By nature, it is heat, darkness cannot touch it. So, what is that light? In the light of whom I am observing all the thoughts in the mind? That you are. Play the game with yourself in this manner. These are just pointers, because all these things that are told is what we experience on a daily basis, yearly basis, monthly basis. And if we have studied this Upanishad, then the right angle of approach with which to interact with what the world is coming to us as, it will help us. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.